Studio under construction. We trying something different. Yo, let me know in the comment section if y'all feel me doing the videos how I'm doing it, like in this video right here, or if it should just stick to just talking. You heard? But let me know in the comment section. We appreciate everybody. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to the subscribers that's always been 10 toes down. Hey, yo, hit that like because I'm about to take y'all on a hike. And if y'all 10 toes down, hit that notification bell so you can always stick around.
No Other Way TV.
This love it make me wanna go back because it came from a time machine. I swear this loving is a throwback because it came from a time machine. All the things you did to make it right.
Hey, yo, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. I'd like to salute all the new subscribers. I'd like to salute the subscribers that's been 10 toes down since day one. You heard? You already know the slogan, man. Hit that like because I'm about to take you on a hike. And if y'all 10 toes down, hit that notification bell so you can always stick around. Hey, yo, we about to get into this first shit, right? We got Poetik Flakko again. Going wild, running loose. I understand some things, right? But hey, I'll let y'all be the judge of this, right? Like, I got a few clips I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, throw in and out of this whole video right here. So y'all just bear with me and let's get into this shit. Let's get into it. You heard? There's nothing to it but to do it. It's only right, you know. I tell them to get with it, get lost, man.
We got a beyond shocking update in the trial of T. Grizzly's auntie, Jovina Brown. This is an update that I don't think I was expecting. I don't think anybody who heard the details and the evidence of this case was expected, but we have to talk about it.
She managed T. Grizzly, one of Detroit's most popular rappers, but earlier this week, Jovina Brown was shot and killed on the city's east side. Tonight, we're hearing from a local radio show host who worked with Brown. 7 Action News reporter Anu Prakash joins us live from the scene to tell us how Brown is being remembered and what police are saying. Anu. Well, Glenda, Detroit police tell me that homicide investigators are still working on this case, still trying to figure out what led up to the shooting here on 3 Mile Road just off of Mac.
Now, we know the imbecile that's responsible for Jovina Brown's death is Wu 600, close friend, associate, same gang as T. Grizzly's close friend, Buka 600. I'll spare you the details. Go to my T. Grizzly playlist if you want to hear the full story from day one. This is just an update, okay? So a lot of us thought this dude was cooked. We thought he was done for because he was found in Chicago driving around the getaway vehicle in this murder, as well as being in possession with the firearm in the murder. But sir, like the evidence is so impeccable. I'm asking, why is a trial needed? They found him in possession of the getaway vehicle, the murder weapon, and they pinged his cell phone in the vicinity of the murder for 2 hours. He was sitting on the location. Come on, bro. Throw away the keys. But apparently, that's not what's going to be happening, at least for now. After all this evidence.
Yo, this man sounds like he want these dudes to go to jail for real. But make sure y'all drop your opinion in the comment section. Let's keep it going.
It's over. He's done videos. This man went to court in front of a jury of his peers, and a hung jury came back. They could not make up a decision. They could not find him guilty. It was a mistrial. The hung jury was returned back on the 31st. I knew about this for about 2 days, but I was kind of waiting, right, to see who reported on it. Because there's a couple of dudes who put.
Now, this is going to get real interesting right here, right? But I'm going to keep it going, though, right? And then we're going to get into another clip. That's a fact of my know. Now, hey, I don't know what Flakko trying to do. I don't know what type of time he on. You know, I don't know if he becoming a full like news reporter or something, but we're gonna keep getting into it though.
They've been in the courtroom on YouTube, but somehow none of them reported on this. They're gonna wait for Flakko to report on it, and then they're gonna make a video. But coincidentally, they're gonna make a video about my update that they didn't have before I made the update, even though they supposedly had people in the.
Because you the only one that was reporting on this shit. You the one who started all of this. This is why everybody going off of you. You the one who's supposed to have all the information, like how you said from your first video. But let's get into it though.
But we're going to address those dudes a little later in this video. But the main question is, how did he beat this? His phone was pinged at the crime scene for 2 hours. He was found in possession of the murder weapon in a getaway vehicle, and his phone is being pinged leaving the city like minutes after the shooting and going back to Chicago, and his phone was also pinged coming to Detroit. How did he beat this? So first off, he tried to get the cell phone evidence thrown out. He claims the cell phone is in somebody else's name. It's not my phone. However, the number that belongs to that phone is a number that he is known to use. So he couldn't get it thrown out. It didn't get thrown out. The evidence actually stayed, which to me, I thought was going to be the deciding factor on this case.
Is every person who works at a desk doomed? Get a neck hump? Not if you do this thing.
And the neck hump. Is Poetik Flakko doomed? Is he in the neck hump?
If the cell phone gets admissible, right? If it's admissible, then he's cooked because you were at the crime scene. But if it's not admissible, then he's gonna walk. The cell phone was admissible, but it was still a hung jury. Here's how I don't want to say beat it, because trial is resuming. Well, pre-trial hearing is resuming August 15th. The judge told this dude that he'll be able to attend the pre-trial and the trial via Zoom. That's already a bad sign. The judge didn't take this case seriously at all. But here's how exactly he beat it. Not beat it, but the hung jury. You know what I mean, right? Anything other than guilty in my eyes is a beat it for now. So his lawyer brought his brother to testify, and they brought medical records. So he got shot August 6th. Wu-Thing. He got shot August 6th, and he was in the hospital until August 15th. When he left the hospital, we don't know what his condition is. But his brother testified that when he left the hospital August 15th, that he could barely walk.
Wait, they saying son was shot when this happened? Son was in the hospital? Wait, this is getting a little crazy right here. Let's listen.
That he was in horrible shape. That when he left the hospital August 15th, he was disabled.
What? Why this nigga so dramatic?
We know the brother came to that court, added cake on their breath. We know the brother came to that court and did what he had to do, homie.
Wait.
Because realistically, nobody will really know if he's telling the truth or not.
So I'm saying, so then how did he come to court and do what he had to do unless it was the truth? Did you ever imagine that, Flakko? But let's continue with this mayhem.
He was shot. He was in the hospital until August 15th. Now, I heard some rumors about that shooting too, but we're not going to talk about it yet.
Whoa.
Y'all connect the dots if you want. Nobody would know. This is like as concrete as an alibi it could get. Because once you leave the hospital and you're in your family home, well, they can lie about your condition as much as they want. Bro, they could say, man, bro, this man could barely walk, even though you was up and about, man, and in the streets afterwards, bro. Even though you was back on your feet playing basketball afterwards, they could still come to court and say, this man could barely walk. We couldn't recognize him, man. He was paraplegic, or whatever the word is. And there's nothing you can do about it. Even though I'm not buying it, bro. Because 2 months later, he was running from the cops in a Detroit alley, bro. You was not that hurt, cut it out.
Damn,
but I think the jury had a hard time reading the medical reports. Oh, okay, he got shot on August 15th. Now, the thing is, we don't even know how severe it was. We just know he was in the hospital until August 15th, but we don't know how severe the injury really was. So the jury is looking at the medical report, looking at the brother's testimony, that when he was released from the hospital August 15th, he could barely walk. So the jury is like, man, we having a hard time deciding if he could barely walk August 15th, then to say that he committed this murder August 20th, it's a reach and it's a stretch. But the thing about this is, he couldn't have been acting alone. So we don't know if he could have been somebody who was just a driver to the situation. And the shooter hasn't been caught yet. So we don't even know what his role was particularly. We just don't know. They know he was there because he was found with the murder weapon, he was found with the getaway vehicle, and his phone was pinged in the vicinity for 2 hours. But to say that he did this by himself is a stretch. It's a big stretch. So he could very well have been in the vehicle as an accomplice and not the actual shooter. But the jury just had a tough time, bro, convicting this man. After the medical report and his brother testified, he could barely walk on August 15th. So to say that he conducted a murder on August 20th, they just couldn't do it. It came
5 days later after he got shot. He came out the hospital and he did a murder for hire. Okay? Let's keep listening though. This is a little crazy what this nigga Flakko was saying though.
It's a hung jury, so some people believed he was guilty, some didn't believe he was guilty. Now, it was also revealed in court today that Jovina Brown had a life insurance policy on. Now, I don't have the full transcripts, so I'm not gonna tell y'all just yet. I was told who was the beneficiary, but I'm not gonna tell y'all just yet until I get the full transcript.
Yo, what is wrong with this dude? This dude be going crazy. He's seeming like he got the juice right now. That nigga got the juice. Let's keep getting into it.
But somebody in court,
Zaxby's just dropped new lemon pepper. So you can get that zesty lemon and cracked black pepper flavor you love on the chicken you love.
Flakko gonna be a zesty chicken lemon pepper.
part of the family.
Yo.
Jovina Brown had a life insurance policy on her. Now, this person told me that nobody from her family got a dime from that life insurance policy. Nobody from her family got a dime from that life insurance policy.
That boy beating on the table. He's so serious.
Y'all make with those statements what you make. If you get my drift, but I'm not ready to put my name to that yet until I get the full transcripts and see the black and white. Now, the trial is restarting August 15th. Now, a mistrial don't automatically mean you about to get off. Honestly, a mistrial is probably the worst case scenario for him because now the prosecutors got more time to investigate the hospital claim. Now they got more time to investigate, where was he shot at? Who? Surveillance footage for when he left the hospital.
I'm just saying now, with this shit being said, and Flakko, saying this now, if this shit is all true, like how he's saying, it's really a wrap. that boy is gonna be found not guilty. The niggas gonna see that they set him up, and now it's deep into the plot and the play. But hey, let's continue listening to Flakko.
Oh, who treated him? Yo, what was his condition? Now the prosecutors can prepare more now because they know what your defense is going to be. So it's going to be a little tougher for him the next go round. But the fact that they're having another trial that fast, they're having another trial August. Pre-trial starts August 15th. Jury selection is August 15th. The trial ended July 31st. 15 days? To put that in comparison, bro, A.J. Armstrong, who was being accused of killing two of his parents, I think he had like 2 mistrials. And each trial was like a year or 2 apart. Y.W. Melly, he had a mistrial. It's going on 2 years. Y.W. Melly is not back on trial yet. So to have another trial within 15 days, oh, nah. Nah, bro.
If you come on YouTube to get news, be careful because many of these people.
Wait a minute. Why you got this dude out? Prophet, I think his name is, or some shit. What's going on with this?
Are making stuff up to get views.
Oh.
So one guy that's making a lot of stories about the T Grizzly case and keeps reiterating how he's talking to people in the court and he knows people that are part of the case, is giving some bad info. So he said Jermaine Whedon, possibly known as 600 Wu-Tang, has made the statement that T Grizzly paid him to do the hit. That's not true.
A lot of people sent me that video saying, yo, this dude is sneak dissing you.
But like I said for the start, I said it. Go check. I'm gonna make a T Grizzly playlist, matter of fact, right? So y'all can go check out all my shit. It's Poetik Flakko. It's gonna be Poetik Flakko versus T Grizzly. So y'all can check all my videos that I've been recording on this joint. Yo, son did start all of this shit. Real shit. I don't know.
I don't know
who he got his information from, where he getting this information from, but I don't know. But if this come out right here to be true, then that means he got a credible source for everything that he's talking about. But let's continue getting into it.
Yes, I've never watched this content. I don't know who he is. And he claims he had people in the courtroom, which is all cap, bro. Cap. It's just not true, bro. Yo, there's a reason why I'm going to Detroit to actually do a full-on interview with people in Jobina Brown's family.
And wait a minute. He just said in the last video that I did on him that he hoped that they don't put a hit on him. And you going out there? Like, what the fuck is going on with Flakko? Like, what is going on? Do you have a death wish? Do you have a death wish? Now, I'm saying, he said this publicly on the internet. And now you're saying you going out there? So now that's another hit. So if when you get out there, if something happened, niggas know who did it. Peep game what he's saying. Peep game what dude's saying right now. Real shit. Let's continue getting into it though.
I'm doing that. I'm going to Detroit. You know why? Why I have access like that, bro? Because I've never told a lie involving this case. All of my sources is direct from the situation. And also, too, you lied on me. I never said that Jermaine Whedon ever said that in court. He was a liar.
So he knows something talking about him. But see, I see what's going on with Flakko. Like when he first said that and shit, and then I started looking into it, I was the first one to say that she wasn't pregnant because he was going along with that shit hard body. Real shit. And I debunked that quick. See, but son went peep my videos and then used some of my shit so he could get more info. And then, boom, that's when he started doing all this other shit. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with this dude. But he in this shit heavy. He really invested into this joint. But let's continue getting into it.
What I said was his defense attorneys was providing alternative theories. And one of the theory was T Grizzly paid for this hit because Jovina Brown was pregnant. Which you also acknowledge that the prosecutors brought somebody in court to testify and prove that Jovina Brown wasn't pregnant.
But we knew that.
Why would the
We knew
prosecutors
that already.
bring somebody to court randomly to testify that Jovina Brown wasn't pregnant? Why would that be relevant? You see, these dudes are so filled with hate, and they're getting bit by piece third-party information that they think that you're thinking questions. Bro, I'm the source.
Yo, this nigga is happy that he able to put this information out on T Grizzly and OTF. That's it crazy. Like, he don't even understand. Yo, this shit is gonna bring more problems for Little Dirk. And this is most definitely gonna get T Grizzly to lose that game and shit, everything and all that. Niggas keep thinking this shit is a game. It's a rap. I'm telling you. Niggas can sleep on it all they want.
So why do the prosecutors bring somebody to court to testify that Jovina Brown wasn't pregnant? Why would that piece of information be relevant? That's because the defense brought that up, obviously. Obviously, right? The prosecutors wouldn't bring somebody to debunk their own statements. Obviously, the defense said that. And that's why they brought somebody to debunk the fact that Jovina Brown was not pregnant. Well, why would the defense bring up the fact that Jovina Brown was pregnant? You see, Brad, people like you are people who I hate the most, okay? Y'all are these pseudo wannabe journalist dudes who hate on anything walking, who can go out and get the direct source, who don't have to represent themselves as a quote-unquote journalist. Your third-party information didn't tell you why the defense brought up in court that Jovina Brown was pregnant. That's a random piece of information. Why they just bring that up? I couldn't.
Yo, alright, now look. This is my whole thoughts, because we about to get into this next clip. Now, this joint been with sad, but I don't know. I think it went over motherfuckers' heads and shit, right? Go to this shit. We're going back to this. Shoutouts to Ceddy Nash for this. Look, but before we get into this shit, make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure y'all share the content. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We not asking for nothing. We asking for no dollars. Only thing we asking for is support. You know what I'm saying? So if you 10 toes down, make sure you hit that notification bell so you always stick around. That's a fact of money. But look, we're going to continue when we're going to get into this shit. Like, this going to be a little long video right here because it's been a minute since, you know, we jumped on the scene and everything and all that anyway. So, well, let's get it, right? Like, they going to bring everything down. And I'm telling you, Poetik Flakko on some other shit. Listen, he going too deep into this shit, digging too deep in this shit. And that's real shit. Real shit, he digging too deep into this shit. Like, he don't even understand what he doing. Like, for real, right? Like, yo, we gonna get into some shit, though. But peep game with this. Like I said, shout out to Ceddy Nash. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Flakko. Make sure you hold your head. Most definitely, son. I ain't on no upper shit with nobody, none of that, nothing. I'm just here to speak the truth and point shit out. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm just here doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? There's no other way TV. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all 10 toes down, make sure y'all hit that notification bell so you can always stick around. Let's get it though, right? Shout out to Ceddy Nash. Let's get it.
So all the conspiracy theory people, y'all was right. All the conspiracy theory people, Y'all were right, man. And I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't want to believe it, but golly, I did not want to freaking believe it. But T Grizzly is cooked. According to some people that's about to release some stuff, so I ain't gonna release it. I'm just here to tell y'all, when this stuff drop, y'all gonna be like, ain't no way in hell.
People that's about to release.
From what I basically heard and seen, yeah, he did that. So let's go to Wu-Tang first. How does Wu-Tang play into all of this? He ain't know. That's why y'all keep hearing these things and everything like that about, oh man, he got these charges, he got those charges, these charges are dropped. Why ain't the feds charging him with this? Why ain't they doing that? Buddy ain't like that. Not like that. Hell nah. So whatever rumors y'all may have heard, that's a youngin' on the ranks. He ain't the person. The people who did it, they on wiretaps, flappity, flapping, yappity, yapping. And they saying essentially T Grizzly put that woman.
Yo, my apologies. You know, my mic died in the middle of recording, whatever the case may be. So just bear with me. Next video, I'll come back. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything charged up so there won't be no technical difficulties in the studio. But yeah, make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And let's get back into it.
Coming up to it. I hope to God what I just heard and seen ain't real. I'm hoping. I don't even want to believe it. I'm telling y'all the truth. I don't want to believe what I'm saying. But it is what it is on this part, man. So the story about her being pregnant, no. When she died, there's multiple people who've been calling the Detroit mortuary, essentially, basically, and try to figure out, bro, what the body look like. So some people were able to get certain things released. They had to give their real names and all that. Y'all know Ceddy Nash ain't never doing nothing like that. So revealed she was never pregnant. What it's all about is the pape. It's all about the money. That robbery song is allegedly the song that's him dry snitching on himself. T Grizzly been basically in the house. He know it's coming. He know he about to get arrested. He know that he about to get hit with a murder for hire. And that's basically it. They're saying this dude was so dumb that he sat up there in his own phone, on wiretap, bruh, saying all of these things. He want to bounce out. Like T Grizzly been trying to figure out a way to get the hell out of here, but he know, his whole team know, everybody know, they just waiting on whatever they waiting on, and then they about to hit him. So he basically looking like, man, I gotta get up out of here. So if you randomly see T Grizzly somewhere, like on a boat or doing something wild on a small plane or something like that, that would be my suggestion. My suggestion would be figure out the best way you can get your big ass down into Mexico, get all the way down to Mexico, and keep on going. Keep on running. Keep on footing. Keep on running, bro. You better be crossing the border the opposite way from what they saying. So it goes like this. T Grizzly had a bad contract, getting screwed out of money. He ain't feeling it. She ain't letting it go. Law binding and all this stuff. That song blows up. It does what it does. It does massive numbers. We talking about massive numbers on top of massive numbers, which sets up deals. Deals set up for money. T Grizzly is out. He got his own sound, bro. Detroit is back. You feel me? And this is the youngest that's going to be in charge and doing every single thing. People looked at that video with T Grizzly like, Bruh, you're not really saying anything. And it's hard because what a lot of people, myself included, what we try to do is we try to explain to you how stupid this sounds instead of just flat out saying no. Because some people who will try to convince you of things will try to get you to understand logic. It's like, say if, God, I don't want to use this. This is very bad timing. But say if you were swimming and you had a family member swimming with you and that family member drowned. And next thing you know, you were on a life insurance policy for that family member. You get a life insurance policy of $10 million. The internet is going to tell you, you the one who killed that person. You drowned that individual. You need to go to jail. You did this. You did that. And in the midst of you saying, I never drowned this individual, you don't say that. You say basically this, man, I grew up with this person. When we were 7 years old, I took a swimming program and he didn't. So he basically was swimming with me, acting like he can do what I do because he been seeing basically how I've been swimming and he thought he could do it too. This is his first time. I ain't gonna lie. I did say I got you if anything happens. So I tried to grab his hand. He floated out. The current took him. Now, people are going to say, well, why did you tell him that you got him and you didn't get him? Why didn't you give him a life vest or something like that or whatever? Everybody's going to have every contingency to say about it. But at the end of the day, you actually didn't do it. It just was unfortunate. So when people tell stories, at times, there's certain parts in the story that you forget and you bring it up at the end. No story is ever told twice the same exact way. It never happens. You either miss details or you add details or you try to compare things that are now in the physical that you think would be relatable. Sometimes it works, sometimes it fails. That's just what it is. So certain people try to get you to understand logic, and that's what T Grizzly tried to do. But it ain't working. They're saying the feds are gonna be coming. That T Grizzly essentially hired some cats and basically them the guys, y'all know who they is. That basically he hired these cats because it didn't make sense that there was rumblings of one individual in particular doing this. And next thing you know, it's a couple of dudes. And it's like, bruh, how in the hell you still cool with these cats and you hanging out with people at your wedding and making them certain responsibilities at your wedding? This ain't making sense. The streets do talk. The streets will give you a couple of suspects. That's what the streets do. That's why that freaking reward is there still, because Buddy didn't do it. He just was crashed out on. And they basically on his heels like, you better not say nothing. So now he's sitting here pausing in the back like, God dang, man, I'm screwed the F over. So that's why he ain't going nowhere. He's not going to be charged for the murder. He didn't do it. He just happened to be a cat who got a strap and was a passenger in a car that was hot who knew nothing about anything. That was just a gun that they gave him, and unfortunately they crashed him out. It is what it is. There's certain type of crash outs. Certain people know it. Hey, man, somebody who just lost their mind and did whatever, or people could crash you out by setting you up. And unfortunately, that's what it's looking like. What happened to him? Now, once again, all of this stuff is about to hit. So when y'all replay this, y'all gonna be like, damn, Ceddy Nash, what the hell? But according to what I was told and what I said, bro, yeah, T Grizzly on his way out of here. He gonna be hit with murder for hire. He knows it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming. They try to tie it to Dirk like, goddamn, find out Dirk had nothing to do with nothing. Some of y'all gonna get mad. Man, why you dropping Dirk? You say that's your homie. Oh, man, that Buster, he said something else. Well, tell him, hey, we can do the channel deletion, but you don't want to do that. So you scared. I got it, because you're a liar. But it's just one of those things, man, where it's like, God, dog, man. Can't believe it. So the feds are coming. The feds are coming. They finna arrest some people that's from Chicago, and here we go again. It's about to look like some BS. And the times that I can say, you know what, man, this person ain't do this, this person ain't do that. Based on what I know and what I saw, you is not about to see the Ceddy Nash that y'all assume y'all gonna see. A lot of people assume that over on this channel, we sit up here and we say, hey, man, yo, he didn't do it. And I know good and damn well that person is 100% guilty. Nah, not this time. If what I was told and what I was shown is true, ain't no way in good conscience I could say, man, this man is fully innocent. Now, I know what some of y'all going to say, well, then why the hell would you break this Ceddy Nash and not show the documents and all this stuff and everything like that? Because somebody will. And when they do drop this, y'all going to be like this. And the fact that the feds is willing to release some certain things tells me the feds don't give a damn. One of the things that the feds like to do is they like to see people scramble and see people run. So there's that. Some of y'all gonna be like, well, Ceddy Nash, bro, you did say that story about the feds and they snatched you. I told y'all, the feds told me flat out, we know you gonna make a story on this. And I said, you goddamn right, and ran. Gingerbread man. Which kind of contradicts all these other weirdo stories about me, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, that's the story, man. T Grizzly set her up because of the money, because of the contract, because he didn't like how things was going. He wanted to basically take control of things, the whole entire, he got her pregnant and all that crap and everything like that. Yeah, hell nah. There's certain things about the uncle that's going to pop out. I don't really want to put that one in there because I do have to leave certain things out. But bruh, this is bad. If T Grizzly goes down soon, and y'all see that man being arrested, come back to this. Y'all can make y'all reactions, whatever y'all want to. I don't care what you losers say. But bruh, yeah, I got to change my tune up. I thought the man was innocent. I'm like, bruh, this don't make sense and all this stuff and everything like that. Like, there's certain details in which you never want to forget, but sometimes it does happen. But in this case, bruh, they're saying that robbery song told everything. So I don't know what to tell y'all other than, man, it's bad for T Grizzly because at the end of the day, if you have the right lawyers, the right civil litigators, the right business lawyers, every contract damn near can be busted. I don't know if people don't know this. It's rare that a contract is ironclad. And on top of that, whenever you're doing a contract, just let y'all know this. In contract law, if you don't understand something, they have to clear that part up until you understand it. So if it uses a ton of fancy words and phrases in which you've never heard of, all you simply have to do is ask those individuals to break it down all the way to where you can understand. You can call it rudimentary terms, you can call it layman terms, you can call it basic terms. But one of the things that you must freaking do is get some understanding. And all of this stuff is about to cost this man his whole entire life. It's going to cost him his whole entire empire that he's built with his money. They can snatch all of that. And next thing you know, it's going to happen. So the question then becomes, who's going to fill in more details? Because so far, them wiretaps are bad. So far, the text messages that they've been sending are bad. Them online posts that they've been doing, the online inboxes on Instagrams, bruh, it's bad. So if I'm T Grizzly, bro, I'm trying to make sure that my wife gets everything. It's going to be a huge It's going to be a huge transference of power because, bro, you better be sitting there with at least 6 figures in your bank and your wife got the rest because when they come, and they are coming, according to everything seen and told to me.
Yo, like I said, I apologize for the mic going out. So the video got a little interrupted to where I couldn't speak my thoughts on it. because my mic went out when I was speaking my thoughts. But yo, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all like the content. Make sure y'all stay 10 toes down. Make sure y'all share the content, you heard. We don't ask for nothing. Only thing we do is ask for support. So, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, you know I tell them to get with it to get lost. And it's only right. Until next video, I'll see y'all. No Other Way TV. We here to stay, you heard? We out of here.